Good day, thanks for joining me. I'm Courtney and I'm with Wisdom Within Yoga, and this morning we're just going to do a 10-minute body stretch. So if this sounds good to you, it's completely beginner friendly. Just come and join me on your mat, either kneeling or sitting on your bum. You just find the correct position that's best for you. Okay? So when you're there, gently close your eyes. We're just going to take 3 deep breaths together to help calm our body and relax our mind. So as you breathe in, bring in the deepest breath that you have taken today. Really fill your lungs filled with air. And as you let that breath go, breathe it out nice and slowly. And just doing that again, breathing in the deepest breath, even deeper than the breath before. And gently let it go. One more time, breathe it in. Breathe it out, soften the shoulders down. And now we're going to bring our left ear to our left shoulder. Feel free just to keep the eyes closed just now. It's up to you. If you want to further tune in. If you're kneeling, try and gently tuck the tailbone in just to keep the spine long. And now we're going to change it over, right ear over to the right shoulder. Relax the left shoulder down. And come to centre. Turn your face to face the ceiling. Stretch the front of the neck. Still maintaining that length in your back. And now we'll bring our chin down into our chest so we can stretch the back of the neck and relaxing the shoulders down as we do so. Coming back to centre with the head, just place the left fingertips down on the floor beside you. Lift your bum off your heels, scoot to the side if you're kneeling. If you're cross-legged, just place the hand down. And we're going to side bend to the left, reaching that right hand overhead whilst keeping the chest lifted toward the sky. And now we're going to switch over, so return to centre. Right fingertips down, scoot your bum over to the left and reach and side bend to the right. Very good. Coming back to centre, making your way onto hands and knees. So we're just going to do cat-cow. And from here, wherever you're facing on your mat, I'm just going to turn this way, just bringing the hands straight in front of you. Hands underneath shoulders. And lightly lift the tailbone to the sky, let your belly button fall down, pull the chest forward, squeeze the shoulder blades nice and tight. And then when you're ready to breathe out, tuck the tailbone, round the spine, just completely reverse that movement, drawing your chin into chest. We'll do that twice more, so we inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the tummy, pull the chest forward. Exhale to round and push the ground away. One more time, breathing in, breathing out. Good, so let your spine return to neutral, and I want you to face the long side of your mat, extending the right leg away from you, with the toes pointing forward in the same direction as the knee, and we'll stand on the knee. So placing the right hand on the right leg, reach the left hand to the sky, and we'll take another side bend. Over to the right, keeping the core nice and strong. Standing tall on that left knee. Good, now we're going to come to centre, hands out at shoulder height. Turn the right toes to face forward. Bring your hands down onto the floor. And then pivot that left foot back onto the mat. Flex the right foot and fold over this right leg. So we've just came into our half split position from our gate pose. Inhale as you come forward into low lunge, so let that right foot connect to the floor as you sink into the hips, down toward the ground, stretching into that back leg. Really lengthen the spine, strong into the fingertips. And now we're going to lift into a wide-legged forward fold, so tucking the left toes into the floor. Bring the feet parallel to one another as you come up to stand and drop your head down toward the ground. So really grounding into the pinky toes, nice and strong all over the feet. And keep sending your bum nice and high to the sky. And now we're going to side lunge into that right leg. So bend into that right knee and drop it down here for 2 deep breaths. Lovely. Straighten that right leg. Right foot turns to face the top of the mat. Frame the right foot with your hands and step it back into your downward facing dog. Bum high to the sky. Keep the knees bent if you would like. But here really just focus on stretching your back, spreading the shoulder blades apart. Just really getting into every inch of your body. And now we're going to bring our knees down to the floor. Turn to face the long side of your mat again. Extend the left leg away this time and come to stand on that right knee. So you want your right knee to be underneath the hip. Just adjust yourself if it's not there. Left hand comes down onto that left leg. Reach the right hand to the sky as you side bend over to the left. Inhale, return back to centre, hands out at shoulder height. Left toes face the shorter edge of the mat as you bring your hands down to the floor and flex your left foot. Bring that right heel back onto the ground, onto the mat. So now we're all in a line, we're in our half split. Your right toes are pointing toward the back of your mat. Inhale, come into your low lunge, sink the hips all the way down toward the floor. One big breath here. And now let's lift into our wide fold. Tuck the back toes, bring both feet parallel to one another as you straighten the legs and sink your head down toward the ground. And just let your body move and flow, using your breath to deepen your relaxation in any areas that feel tight in your body. Finding your side lunge as you bend into that left knee, bringing your chest parallel to the floor, and just holding here for one more breath. Really sink down into your hips. And straighten the left leg, turn the left toes to face that short edge of the mat, frame the foot, and step it back, downward facing dog for 2 deep breaths. So now really try maybe to straighten your legs a bit more, sending your heels down toward the floor, pushing your chest toward your thighs, spreading the shoulder blades apart. Now you're going to keep your toes planted into the mat whilst bringing the knees down onto the ground. So you're getting a toe stretch. If you need to, keep your hands down on the mat, or if you can go a bit deeper, sit onto the heels with the toes tucked. One more breath in your toe stretch. And bring the hands onto the floor, release the toes, maybe give them a wee shake, a little crunch. And we're going to anchor our hips above the knees so we can come into puppy pose. Step the hands forward, sinking the chest down toward the ground and dropping the forehead onto the floor. So really thinking about extending the spine, letting the shoulders relax. Now we might take a thread the needle variation if it's okay for you. You're going to bring the hands a wee bit closer toward the body, just so the elbow's higher off the floor. Thread the left arm underneath the right, palm facing the sky on that left hand, and then just sink in to that left shoulder. If it's not for you, just stick with puppy pose. Now we're going to switch. So extend that left arm back to where it was before. Elbows quite high off the floor as we thread the right hand arm underneath the left arm. Palm faces up and then drop your body down toward the ground. Working into that shoulder for one more breath. Returning to puppy pose, sink the chest all the way down. Both arms extended out. And now walk the hands back in toward your body. Widen the knees. Bring the forehead down toward the floor and reach your hands around to grab a hold onto your heels. We're going to have 3 deep breaths here to finish. The biggest breaths you have taken today. Final breath. Let it go with a big sigh. And now gently make your way onto hands and knees, sitting on the knees. And we'll just finish here. So thank you so much for joining me if you did, either this morning or before the end of your day. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon.